Welcome to the English Speaking Practice Podcast.
Hello, everyone.
We are glad to see you here. All right, please grab a warm cup of coffee or tea, find a comfortable seat, and let's start our conversation. Today, we are focusing on your morning routine and how it can completely change your life. When the alarm rings and you finally open your eyes, what is the very first thing you do?
Many people immediately grab their phone from the bedside table. They look at social media, they read emails from their boss, and they look at the scary news. Before they even get out of a warm bed, their brain is full of stress and anxiety. Your phone is not a magic crystal ball that makes you happy. It usually just shows you funny videos or someone else's perfect fake vacation.
And suddenly, you feel like you are late for something. You feel like you are already behind schedule, even though the day has just started. Today, we want to help you build a brand new, healthy morning habit. This is a habit that is good for your mental health and excellent for your English skills. We will give you a simple 4-step routine that anyone can do.
You do not need 2 hours of free time for this routine. You only need 10 or 15 minutes to change your day completely. Let's look at step 1 of our new morning routine. Step 1 is simply to listen. When you first wake up, your brain is very quiet and peaceful. It is completely empty, almost like a clean glass waiting for fresh water.
Do not fill that clean glass with stressful news or social media drama. Instead, fill it with simple, clear, and positive English. You can easily listen to a calm podcast while you make your breakfast or brush your teeth. Let's think about a young man named Matteo to understand this better. Matteo is a busy graphic designer who works long hours. He used to wake up and immediately read work emails on his bright screen.
Because of this habit, Matteo always felt stressed before he even put on his clothes. He started his day with a tight chest and a worried mind. Now, Matteo has a completely different routine. He leaves his phone face down on the kitchen table. He presses play on an interesting English story and just listens. He absorbs the language while he cuts a fresh apple and makes warm toast.
His brain slowly wakes up with the natural sounds of the English language. It is a very relaxing and effective way to learn. Now, let's move forward to step 2 of our morning routine. Step 2 is to speak out loud. This is the perfect time to practice the shadowing method we talk about so often. Shadowing simply means you listen to an English phrase and you repeat it immediately with your own voice.
You copy the pronunciation of the speaker.
You copy the emotion and the rhythm of the words. Imagine a woman named Harper who's getting ready for work. She stands in the bathroom and looks in the mirror. She listens to her favorite English podcast, and she talks back to it. She repeats the vocabulary words out loud while she fixes her hair.
Her cat sits on the floor and looks at her like she is crazy. But Harper does not care about the cat's opinion. She knows she's training her mouth muscles to speak English comfortably and confidently. We will practice this shadowing technique a lot during this episode today. Just repeat the target phrase you hear and try to copy our voices.
Now we are ready for step 3 of the routine. Step 3 is to write in English. Please, do not worry. You do not need to write a long, complicated essay. Nobody will ever check your grammar or grade your paper. Just write 3 or 4 simple sentences about your current life. You can write on a physical piece of paper or in your phone's digital notepad.
Let's think about a man named Silas. Silas takes the city bus to his office every single morning. Instead of looking at random photos online during the ride, Silas opens a blank note on his phone. He types, "Today, I need to call my boss. I feel a little tired. I want to buy a new jacket after work." That is just 3 basic sentences. But his brain is actively creating real English thoughts instead of just consuming content.
He is translating his real life into the English language. Finally, we have step 4 to complete our morning breakfast for the brain. Step 4 is to review. To review means to look at something again so you do not forget it. You cannot learn a new vocabulary word just once and expect to remember it forever. Your brain absolutely needs to see the word again to build a strong memory.
Let me introduce you to Chloe. Chloe learns a fantastic new phrase on Monday afternoon. On Tuesday morning, before she turns on her work computer, she opens her notebook. She spends only 2 minutes reading Monday's phrase out loud. Because she looks at it a second time, she locks it into her memory. Reviewing your old notes is the secret key to building a massive vocabulary.
So, those are the 4 easy steps. Listen, speak, write, and review. Now, let's explore some incredibly useful English phrases together. These are words that describe this morning routine perfectly. We will explain them slowly and clearly. We will give you fresh, realistic examples so you can understand the context. And most importantly, we want you to shadow us.
Are you ready to practice your speaking muscles? Our first important phrase is set the tone for your day. Set the tone for your day. Let's try that one more time together. Set the tone for your day.
To set the tone means to create the general mood or the atmosphere. The very first thing you do in the morning creates the mood for the rest of your day. If you start your morning by dropping your coffee cup and shouting in anger, you set a negative tone. You will probably feel angry and frustrated all afternoon. But if you start your morning with a quiet 10 minutes of English practice, you set a positive tone.
You set a calm, focused, and peaceful tone.
Let's look at an architect named Elias. Elias used to read financial news the second he opened his eyes. He saw stock numbers going down and big companies losing money. He arrived at his office feeling worried, aggressive, and defensive. He set a nervous and stressful tone for his entire day. Now, Elias wakes up and listens to a funny English podcast about traveling the world.
He smiles and laughs quietly while he drinks his morning tea. He sets a happy, relaxed tone for his day. Your morning habits set the tone for your day. Beautifully done. Let's learn our next essential phrase. Little by little.
Little by little. Repeat it with me one more time. Little by little. This wonderful phrase means slowly, step by step, without rushing. Big life changes do not happen overnight while you sleep. They happen a tiny bit every single day.
Imagine you want to clean a very messy, dirty garage. If you look at all the heavy boxes at once, you feel terrible. It is simply too much work for one person. But if you say, I will organize one box today and one box tomorrow, then little by little, the garage becomes perfectly clean. Learning the English language is exactly the same process.
You cannot learn the whole dictionary in a single month. But if you learn just one new word every morning, you guarantee your improvement. Think of a student named Linnea. Linnea wanted to read a thick English novel. The book had 400 pages and looked very heavy and difficult. So Linnea decided to read just 2 pages every morning with her coffee.
Just 2 small pages a day. But little by little, she finished the entire novel. She felt so proud of her achievement. My English is getting better, little by little. Great job speaking out loud. Our next expression is very similar in meaning.
The expression is, small steps add up. Small steps add up. Once again, please shadow me. Small steps add up. Add up is a phrasal verb that is very common in everyday English. It means that many small things combine together to become a very big thing over time.
One single dollar is a very small amount of money. But if you save $1 every day for 10 years, you have a lot of money in the bank. Those single dollars add up. Let's talk about a busy manager named Julian. Julian has 3 young kids and a very demanding office job. He feels like he has absolutely no free time for hobbies.
But Julian found a very clever solution for his language learning. Every morning, he spends exactly 5 minutes reviewing English flashcards on his phone. He does this while he waits for the shower water to get warm. Only 5 minutes of studying a day. Some people might laugh and say, 5 minutes, it's nothing. But Julian did this consistently every day for an entire year.
5 minutes multiplied by 365 days is a massive amount of learning. Now, Julian can confidently speak English on his international business trips. His coworkers are completely shocked by his progress. They do not realize that his secret was just 5 minutes a day, because small steps add up. Very nice pronunciation.
Let's look at the next helpful phrase. This one feels really good and gives you hope. A fresh start. A fresh start. Say it clearly and confidently. A fresh start.
A fresh start is a brand new opportunity to do something right. It means you leave all your old mistakes and regrets behind you.
You begin again with clean, positive energy.
Let's imagine you had a terrible, unproductive Tuesday. You ate junk food, you watched television for 5 hours, and you completely ignored your English book. You go to sleep feeling guilty and disappointed in yourself.
But the beautiful thing about life is the sunrise. Wednesday morning gives you a fresh start. You can wake up, drink a large glass of water, and try again. The past is gone, and it does not control you. Think of a young woman named Clara. Clara bought an expensive gym membership, but did not go for 2 entire months.
She felt embarrassed to go back after missing so many days. She thought the fitness trainers would judge her for being lazy. But one Monday morning, she packed her sports bag and looked in the mirror. She said, "Today is a fresh start." She walked into the gym, smiled at the staff, and began her workout. She felt no guilt, only a desire to take action.
Every morning gives you a fresh start. Let's discuss a very powerful word right now. The word is intentional. Intentional. Please repeat the word.
Intentional.
To be intentional means you do something on purpose with a clear goal. You actively think about your action before you do it. It is the exact opposite of doing things by accident or by habit. When you walk into a supermarket because you are hungry, you might buy chocolate and chips. You just grab whatever you see on the shelf.
That is an accident driven by hunger. But if you write a list at home and only buy vegetables and healthy food, that is intentional. Let's relate this word to our morning routine. If you open your eyes and your hand automatically grabs the phone to check Instagram, that is not intentional. You are acting like a programmed robot. But if you open your eyes, take a deep breath, and choose to open your English podcast, you are acting with purpose.
You are taking full control of your morning. Meet a photographer named Leo. Leo noticed he was spending 2 hours every night watching random silly videos online. He decided to be much more intentional with his limited free time. He put a yellow sticky note directly on his computer screen. The note simply said, "Is this video helping me grow?"
That simple physical note made him stop and think. He started choosing educational documentaries instead of funny animal clips. I want to be more intentional with my time. Excellent practice today. Now, let's talk about a negative feeling we definitely want to avoid. The word is overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed.
Try to feel the heavy weight of this word when you say it.
Overwhelmed. To feel overwhelmed means you have too much to do and you feel like you're drowning. You look at your daily to-do list and it seems physically impossible. Your brain freezes and refuses to work.
You feel panic rising in your chest. Imagine you suddenly decide to learn English, Spanish, and French all in the same month. You buy 10 heavy grammar books from the store. You download 5 different language applications to your phone. You promised to study for 4 hours every single day. Very quickly, you will feel completely overwhelmed by this pressure.
And what happens when a human being feels overwhelmed? They usually stop doing everything entirely. They just give up.
Think of an ambitious chef named Diego.
Diego tried to open 3 new restaurants in the same year. He was working 18 hours a day and managing 50 employees.
He couldn't sleep because his mind was constantly racing. The workload was simply too heavy for one person. Diego was completely overwhelmed by his business. He actually had to close 2 of the new restaurants just to save his mental health. In language learning, we must actively avoid this feeling. A simple 15-minute morning routine will never make you feel this way because it is light and easy.
I don't want to feel overwhelmed. Our next word describes a very modern problem for all of us. The word is distracted.
Distracted.
Let's hear your voice.
Distracted. When you are distracted, you cannot focus your mind on one single task. Your attention is pulled in many different directions at once. You are trying to read a textbook, but the television is playing a movie. And your phone is constantly beeping with new messages. And the neighbor's dog is barking loudly outside.
You cannot even remember the sentence you just read a second ago.
You are heavily distracted.
Let's look at an accountant named Sophia. Sophia works from her home office twice a week. She sits at her computer to write a very important financial report. But she has 20 different internet tabs open on her browser.
She checks the local weather forecast. She shops for new winter shoes online. She reads gossip articles about famous musicians. 3 hours pass quickly, and her financial report is still completely empty. Sophia is highly distracted by the internet. Our morning routine helps you fight this modern disease.
When you put on your headphones and listen to one clear English voice, you train your brain to focus. You slowly learn how to ignore the background noise of the world. It is hard to learn when you are distracted. Now, we have a very practical word for your learning journey. The word is realistic.
Realistic.
Something is realistic if it is actually possible to achieve in your normal, everyday life. It means it fits your current reality and your actual energy levels. Saying, I will run a full marathon tomorrow without any prior training is not realistic.
You will probably break your leg or collapse. But saying, I will walk in the nearby park for 20 minutes today is highly realistic. You have the energy and time to actually do it. When you plan your English study schedule, you must be brutally honest with yourself. If you work a busy full-time job and have 2 small children, studying for 3 hours a day is not realistic. You will inevitably fail, and you will feel terrible about yourself.
But committing to just 10 minutes of English while drinking your morning coffee? That is a very realistic and achievable goal. Let's consider a man named Felix. Felix bought a very complicated and expensive diet plan. The plan required him to cook 6 different meals every day using rare, expensive ingredients. Felix is a city bus driver who works very long shifts.
He simply did not have the free time or the energy to cook 6 times a day. The diet was not realistic for his working lifestyle. So he quit the diet program after only 3 days. Then Felix made a much more realistic plan. He just stopped drinking sweet soda. That small change was realistic, he maintained it, and he successfully lost weight. My morning English routine is realistic.
Excellent work practicing your speech. Our next word is the absolute secret to all success in life. The word is consistent.
Say it smoothly and clearly. Consistent.
Being consistent means you do something regularly, over a long period of time. You do not start working hard and then stop entirely a week later. You keep going, even on cloudy days when you feel a little lazy. Think about the simple habit of brushing your teeth. You do not brush your teeth for 2 hours straight on a Sunday and then forget about it for the rest of the week. That would be terrible for your dental health.
You brush them for 2 quick minutes every single morning and every single night. You are consistent with your hygiene. Let's talk about a musician named Liam. Liam really wanted to learn how to play the acoustic guitar. His best friend bought a guitar at the exact same time. His friend played passionately for 10 hours on the first weekend, got painful blisters on his fingers, and never touched the instrument again.
But Liam took a different approach. He played his guitar for just 15 minutes every single day after work. Every single day, without excuses. 6 months later, Liam could play beautiful, complex songs for his family. His friend could not play a single chord. Liam succeeded because he was consistent.
In language learning, frequency is much more important than volume. It is mathematically better to study 10 minutes a day than 2 hours once a week. I promise to be consistent with my English. Very good shadowing. Now, let's explore a beautiful modern concept for mental peace. The word is mindful.
Speak the word with intention and calm energy.
Mindful.
Being mindful means paying full attention to the present moment you are living in. You are not thinking about the mistakes of the past. You are not worrying about the problems of the future.
You are fully experiencing what is happening right now, in this exact second. Let's say you are eating a fresh, sweet strawberry. If you are watching a loud action movie while you eat, you don't even really taste the fruit. Your brain is distracted by the explosions on the screen. But if you close your eyes, feel the texture of the fruit, and taste the deep sweetness, you are being mindful. Think about your current morning routine.
When you step out of your bed, do you feel the cold wooden floor on your feet? When you make your tea, do you smell the warm water and the herbs? Or is your brain already at the office, stressing about a meeting with your boss? Meet a teacher named Elena. Elena used to eat her breakfast sandwich while driving her car in heavy morning traffic. She arrived at school feeling stressed, angry, and tight.
Now, Elena sets her alarm just 10 minutes earlier. She sits by her kitchen window, drinks her coffee slowly, and watches the birds in the trees. She is mindful of her morning. Her heart rate drops, and she feels deeply calm. Adding English to your morning can be a mindful practice if you do it right. You sit quietly without looking at a screen and just listen to the rhythm of the new language.
I want to have a mindful morning. That sounded absolutely great. We have 3 vocabulary words left to master today. Let's look at the word productive. Let me hear your clear voice.
Productive. When you are productive, it means you create good, solid results with your time. You do not waste your time scrolling. You use it well to build something. Imagine you have a completely free Saturday afternoon. If you lie on the sofa and look at the ceiling for 4 hours, that is not productive. You produced nothing.
But if you clean your room, pay your internet bills, and call your grandmother, you are very productive. You completed necessary tasks. Let's think about a university student named Noah. Noah desperately needs to study for a big final exam. He sits at his wooden desk for 6 long hours. But he spends 5 of those hours chatting with friends on his messaging app.
He felt like he was busy, but he was definitely not productive. He didn't learn any new information for his exam. In the morning, taking just 10 minutes to listen and write 3 sentences in English is highly productive. You start your day with a clear, measurable victory. This small victory makes you feel strong and capable. Starting my day with English is very productive.
Excellent delivery. The next word describes exactly how you feel after completing a good habit. The word is refreshed.
Try to smile naturally when you say it.
Refreshed.
To feel refreshed means you feel clean, awake, and completely new. Imagine you are walking in a hot, dry desert for many hours.
You are sweating, tired, and covered in dust.
Suddenly, you find a beautiful hotel with a cool shower. You stand under the cold, clean water for 10 minutes. When you step out and grab a towel, you feel refreshed.
All your physical tiredness is washed away. A good, screen-free morning routine does this exact thing for your brain. Let's look at a nurse named Ruby. Ruby used to wake up feeling slow, grumpy, and foggy. She felt like her brain was wrapped in heavy, thick blankets. Then she decided to start a brand new routine.
She wakes up, drinks a large glass of lemon water, and reads 1 page of an English story out loud. The cold lemon water physically wakes up her body. Reading out loud mentally wakes up her mind and her mouth. When she finishes her 1 page, she feels completely refreshed. She is ready to talk to her family with a bright smile. A calm morning routine makes me feel refreshed.
Beautifully done. We have officially reached our final vocabulary word for today's lesson. The word is energized.
Put some real power and enthusiasm into your voice. Energized.
Feeling energized means you are absolutely full of energy and ready to take action. Your internal human battery is sitting at 100%. You want to move. You want to work hard. You want to create something beautiful. Think about how you feel after a long, dark, and cold winter. When the very first sunny spring day finally arrives, you step outside. The bright sun hits your face and warms your skin.
You suddenly want to go for a long run or plant colorful flowers in the garden. You feel energized by the season. Think about Julian again, the father who practices English in the shower. When Julian finishes his simple 5 minutes of practice, he does not feel mentally tired. He feels a deep sense of pride. He feels smart and accomplished.
That powerful feeling of success makes him feel energized for his busy day at the corporate office. He successfully solved a difficult problem early in the morning. That positive, high-energy feeling lasts for many hours. Learning something new leaves me feeling energized. Fantastic job with all the shadowing practice today. You did incredibly well sticking with us.
Let's quickly remember the main point of this entire podcast episode. Your morning is a special, quiet, and sacred time. Do not give it away to stressful social media algorithms or work emails. Give it back to yourself. Give it to your personal future. Use our 4 simple steps to build your skills.
Listen to a calm English audio track while you prepare for the day. Speak out loud to practice your facial muscles and build confidence. Write 3 simple sentences to organize your swirling thoughts. And review yesterday's vocabulary so you never forget what you learned. This realistic, gentle routine will set a wonderful tone for your day. Little by little, you will see massive progress in your fluency.
Before we finish our time together, we have a small but important task for you. We want you to be intentional right now before you click away. Choose exactly 1 new word or phrase you learned during this episode. Maybe it is a fresh start, or maybe you liked the word consistent. Go down to the comment section below this audio. Write 1 complete English sentence using that specific new word.
Tell us a little bit about your own morning routine. This is your perfect chance to practice step 3, write in English. We read every single comment, and we absolutely love seeing your creative sentences. If this episode helped you feel relaxed and productive, please click the like button right now. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new helpful lesson. And if you have a friend who is struggling and stressed with English, share this video with them.
Maybe they need a fresh start too. Finally, we have a special gift waiting for you. We want to make your daily review process even easier. Look at the pinned comment at the very top of the comment section below. You will find a direct link waiting there. Click that link to download a completely free vocabulary handout for this specific lesson.
It has all the phrases, meanings, and realistic examples we talked about today. You can print it out and look at it tomorrow morning with your coffee. That will be your perfect step 4. Review. Thank you so much for spending your valuable morning with us. We are very proud of you for being consistent with your studies. Keep practicing, keep speaking out loud, and always stay positive.
We will see you in the next episode of English Speaking Practice. Have a wonderful, incredibly energized day.